If you are doing distance learning and you are finding that some of your students are having spotty internet and you have no idea how to help them, here are 3 things you can do that will hopefully allow them to have a better connection while you're having your class online. Tip number 1, if your student is either connected through a cell phone or a laptop that they can move around the house, first ask them to see if they can move closer to the Wi-Fi router. They may have a setup where maybe the Wi-Fi router is in a more noisy part of the house and it's harder for them to actually hear or do any work there, but perhaps there's a room that is closer to the Wi-Fi router than the room that they are currently in. So, tip number 1. Get closer to your Wi-Fi router. Tip number 2, if their internet is kind of spotty and maybe their video is breaking up, ask them to turn their video off. Turning the video off uses a lot less bandwidth and will hopefully clear up their connection so you can at least hear the audio more clearly, even if you can't see your students on video. And tip number 3, if your student is closer to the Wi-Fi router and they have turned their video off, but you are still breaking up a little bit, then utilize the chat feature. Ask the student, go ahead, whatever you were trying to say, go ahead and put it in the chat, and then read that out loud for the whole class to hear, to kind of honor them and bring their voice into the conversation with whatever you're talking about and whatever you're doing in the class. So this is a quick video, but I figured that these 3 tips, even though they may be somewhat obvious to some, it may not be obvious to everyone to tell your students to try these things, will hopefully help clear up some of the spotty internet issues that you may be having with some of your students while doing distance learning. If you are doing distance learning and you are wanting to create video lessons for your students, but you're kind of not sure how to go about doing that well, I have created an online course for educators called Create Successful Videos for Distance Learning, and I show you how to connect with your students by creating engaging video lessons, even if you don't have any prior experience with video. I walk you through how to plan your videos, how to actually record your videos if you're not planning on buying any extra equipment, some budget equipment if you do want to improve the quality a little bit, as well as how to assign and assess the videos to your students, all in the course. So if that is something that is going to be helpful to you right now, the top link down below will take you to the course so you can enroll in the course and start creating successful videos for distance learning. That being said, my name is Thom Gibson. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm going to be creating more distance learning content for middle school STEM educators. A lot of this will apply to pretty much any educator, but some of the actual lessons and projects that I'm going to be doing with my middle schoolers I'll also be talking about in upcoming videos. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.